Welcome back to the yard, Dad. Today we've got all sorts of mulch beds to clean up. I'll be using a stirrup hoe, and then we'll be maybe doing a little edging right here. I've already kind of started a little bit, but I'm just going to be removing like grass. If I see any weeds, I don't really see any anymore since that last week, but we've also gotten snow coverage, so we still have a little bit of snow and stuff like that in the corner, so I'll just kind of stay away from this area. Mainly, we will just be working here in the mulch beds. Yeah, it's looking quite nice. I started working here a little bit, started pulling up some grass that's just overgrown, but what I'll edge, if we edge today, is I'm just going to take the edger out and go as best I can and just kind of get some of this excess growth away from these rails here, or these metal edging pieces. See if we have time to do that today, most likely. And it's a little chilly, but we've got like 60-degree weather coming, 60 degrees Fahrenheit weather coming. And, you know, there's still snow in the mountains back there and stuff, and all around us there's been quite a bit of kind of snowy, sleety, icy rain weather going on. Now over here, another area I'll show you. You can see these growing, popping up everywhere. So we'll be fixing this. I'll use the stirrup hoe thing, or let me know in the comments below what you call it. I'll show you in a minute. We're just going to jump straight into this. It was looking like it was going to rain a little bit, so just wanted to get out here and get a little pre-emergent down as well. Yeah, got to get some pre-emergent down. I'll get some dimension down and in these mulch beds. And yeah, that's that one side, and then I'll show you over here. Everything over here is looking fantastic. There's like one piece of grass right there. There's some up against the fence in the back, but that's going to continuously happen. This we'll deal with later, and then I'll clean some of this up. I won't be putting any sort of pre-emergence or anything down here with the fruit trees. And I limit doing that right here because I usually don't have any problems right here. This kind of takes care of itself. It gets like this almost like straw-like cover that grows up, and it looks like a weed, and I'm sure it is. Somehow it keeps, I don't know, it's like it protects it or something. So I usually don't go in that corner. I don't go around the maple real heavily with that type of stuff. I used to before I put those trees there. Yeah, so we're just going to clean these up. I think I have one more spot here. Yeah, there's one growing right there. There's a few right here. A few little weeds popping up. But that's pretty much it. We're going to do some weeding and clean up these mulch beds. I'm not going to do everything today though. And we'll do what we can get to. And then if we've got some time, I will definitely come back and do a little edging. And then we'll get that pre-emergent down, or the dimension. And then, yeah, and as soon as we get to that point, I'll of course always put some facts about it. And yeah, we'll go from there. But let's go ahead and I'll show you the tool I'm going to use to do the weeding back here. This is the tool that we'll be using. I already started using it on the side over there just a little bit. The stirrup hoe. It's got a bunch of different names. Let me know if you know any of the names, but you know, I like the stirrup hoe. It does. It looks like a stirrup. If you've ever ridden horses, you know what that is. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start in the mulch beds. Let's go. So I noticed specifically most of where the grass and the weeds and everything is growing is on my drip line. Now at the end of each season, what I do is I take this little piece, this little PVC piece or whatever it is, I just slide it off and I drain it. So hopefully after this season we won't have that problem, because I know the season before I forgot to do that. Basically what I've done is I took the stirrup thing and I dragged it and kind of made like a little trench, right? And I kind of just put the trench about to here, kind of went down, scraped it. And now that way, when you look up here on my edge, hopefully you can see that pretty good. We shouldn't have as much problem with that, but we'll monitor it and we'll see what's up. But that's basically what I've been doing along the sides here, and then slowly just getting weeds and stuff that I see. So far so good. I got done with all the mulch beds, and then over here, same thing. I just kind of raked as much as I could. This is all sprinkler and more drip line where it's following the water. So that's basically what's going on. Now that I got that solved, what I'm going to do is I'll come back and I'll rake everything nice, try to get what I can out green wise and weed wise or whatever, I will come back with the edger and I'm going to edge right here. I'm going to end up doing a little bit of edging. And like I was saying, I'm just coming and taking off just a little bit of this, right? So I'll probably just use the string trimmer. I don't need to get too crazy. Look, there's a slug. But yeah, I'll probably just use the string trimmer with that one, or we can use the rotary scissors. We can use the rotary scissors. I'll see what's up. We'll use something. I don't know. I feel like using everything. But everything's looking good. That's what I did over here. And then this side right here where the fruit trees are, doing the same thing, except I did everything. We won't be putting anything down here. I'll just be raking it back. And but I did do the same around the bricks. Kind of made a little trench going around. And then right here, same thing. Got rid of all the weeds. Made my trench, and it goes all the way around. All the way back up to the front here. I got a lot more done than I thought I was going to, but you can see same thing. A lot of this is just following drip line where I'm seeing growth like this. It's going to the drip. Basically, it knows, just like all bugs and spiders and all that stuff. And I'm still holding off on doing that. We're not doing that video yet, where I was going to do some pest prevention. I'm going to wait about another week, because in a week we're going to get into the 60s. So yeah, looking forward to that for sure. But yeah, I'm going to clean this up, do whatever trimming I can do, and then we'll get some dimension down in those beds. Let's go. I'll see you in a second. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at this? mulch bed's done, edging done for now. Not trying to be perfect here, just trying to get things lined up and a little not so big of a pain when the grass actually starts growing like crazy. But check it out, I'll show you. Started here, trimmed, edged. I just trimmed this part actually, yeah. And then went around here, and you'll notice on this side, I did a nice little edge first and then came back with the trimmer. Awesome. That should work out a lot better this season. We'll keep an eye on it. Got all that done. Then of course I went ahead and just edged this area right here and all the way around. We'll blow this all off when we get done. I'm gonna pull some more of this out, but I got this pretty much under control, and I'm gonna come back, and when we seed or whatever later, we'll put some, you know, some fresh soil, but that'll probably grow in about, I don't know, 3 weeks. It'll be there. I'm just gonna pull this. A lot of this stuff is just matted in there so hard, but I need to come back with the stirrup hoe, and that'll take care of that in 2 seconds. So I'll grab that at the end. Just kind of went around, and then of course, just trim this whole area. So I think we're looking good. Now all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get some dimension down. Here's some facts about dimension. We'll just be putting that dimension down in the mulch beds. I'm going to be focusing on just the areas that we worked today. And then if we do some other ones like around the front or something like that next week, then yeah, I'll just be using the hand spreader. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks like we might get a little rain, so looking forward to that. But everything is looking really, really nice today. It's very pretty out. And up here, we're looking fantastic. It's getting there, it's ready. Everything up here looks pretty taken care of, so not too worried about that yet. And that spot from last season, it actually started filling in when it was winter, apparently. So that's always fantastic when stuff like that happens. See, look, you see these storms coming over here. You can see it. So, and you can see that domination line. Let's get that pre-emergent, that dimension, pre/post-emergent, and any area I worked, and I'll see you in a second. Let's go. Got everything done. Everything's done. Wow. It's looking crazy. Here, check it out. Storm's coming in. So I'm hoping that activates everything that we just put down. And just a little look at the storm coming in. I like the weather a lot, and I like the mountains and the snow and the elements, and I love the wind. Just not when I'm camping. Yeah, we got everything done. We got everything down. You know, it's looking like a lot better, I would say. I think it looks a lot cleaner. And of course, we'll see where we're at. I'm not trying to do everything in one day. Don't do that to yourself. Dimension down, and I've used preen too. I've never really had a problem with it. I've used it. I just stopped using it because I can get a bag of the dimension cheaper than I can a huge thing of the preen, and it's going to do a lot more. It's good stuff, especially if you live in a climate like I do and you got your cool season grass. It's a good one. Check it out. I use it every season. Next week we'll probably be working with some prodiamine, and hopefully we'll be doing some spraying for bugs, spiders, and all that. Pest prevention. I forgot to tell everybody, if you made it to the end, I will do a live stream probably tomorrow, Sunday. I'll make a post about it, and hopefully our live stream doesn't crash 3 times like it did last time. But if you were in that, thank you for coming back in and finding my video or the live stream again, but it kept crashing. I still don't know what it was. Hopefully it doesn't happen tomorrow, but got a backpack sprayer. We'll unbox that and then we'll get some more stuff ordered. And then, yeah, I'll answer any questions and stuff like that you've got. Thanks for tuning in to the last live stream. I really appreciate it. But yeah, see you tomorrow. Peace.